Hi, my name is Brad Hallowell, and I'm a business coach out of Sherwood Park, Alberta. That's just outside of Edmonton, Alberta, for those of you that may not know. Today's subject is procrastination. I wanted to do this video before I procrastinate any further to make sure that this video happened. I know, bad joke, but we'll move on from there. Procrastination generally happens where it's A, it's something outside of our comfort zone, or B, is something we just simply don't want to do. Now, outside of our comfort zone, this can be a plague with people. Doing something that's a little bit different, something that you're uncomfortable with because you've never done it before. But hey, success lies outside that comfort zone of yours, so we need to push it a little bit further. I was working with this businesswoman, and she kept in the coaching session bringing up reasons as to why she didn't do something. It was a form of deflection. Oh, I got busy, and oh, this happened, and all this other kind of excuses. And then I said something to her that she found quite impactful. And it was so impactful for her that she wrote it down and she put it across from her desk. And she said it had the biggest influence on her in defeating procrastination. And with this effect, I decided to make a poster out of it. So I'm just going to zoom in for just a moment. Allowing procrastination means you're fine with pushing your goals further away. If you're not fine with that, build a better habit that'll allow you to get moving forward. And that is so true. If you're okay being with where you are, then get it off the list. Now, what I mean by get it off the list, this is a phrase I'll use with my clients, that if they're not going to do something, then it's either A, it's not important, so get it off the list, or B, you're just deflecting and you're being concerned and worried about, how is this going to work, that we calm you down and we get you focused in on how we're going to take steps in order to move you forward. Because after all, when you're climbing up a mountain, it all begins with one step. The comfort zone aspect of it is that people say, oh, well, they didn't get into this or they didn't get into that because they're afraid of success. I really take exception to that. I mean, afraid of success is not my interpretation of what's going on. It really boils down to that age-old problem. People can be afraid of change because success means something has to change. So once you're okay with that and realizing that where you are today was events that changed over your course of your life, you made some decisions. You decided to get your driver's license and learn how to drive, or perhaps you decided to take a course and learned how to do accounting, and now you're working as a CPA. Good for you. Everywhere you look at your life, you've made some changes that have taken you to a different part. So what I do in coaching, any kind of business coaching, is I work with people to establish, A, is it important? So what I said earlier, does it stay on the list? If it stays on the list, you have to attach an action to it. Otherwise, it's not allowed to be on any list. And when you do that, and you hold yourself accountable to feeling the fear and do it anyway, that's when you start noticing that you're starting to take those steps forward and you start to get excited about that. And I like to celebrate those as well in a coaching environment where I say, well, that was excellent. 3 weeks ago, you never would have picked up the phone and did a cold call. And you're telling me you've done 20 in the past week? That's fantastic. And that's a true story, by the way, when I was coaching a sales team, is getting over that fear of cold calling. And I think we all can admit, when you have to call a complete stranger, it can be quite rattling. But with practice, you get to harness the fear. It doesn't go away. You harness the fear and then project that out to make you successful and how you're going to do that function. So I hope this video has been helpful to you. If you'd like to add to it or even ask some questions, please do so below, and I'll endeavor to get back to you as soon as I can. Have yourself a fantastic, prosperous week, and tune in again next week when we'll have another video for you. Thanks very much. Have a great day.